guys! Today we are filming in my bathroom and I have no makeup on, so pardon the bare face. I just showered. As I was about to use my Foreo Bear, I decided to film my full review for you guys because I promised you guys that I would, and a lot of you guys also said that you're interested to know whether this little baby here is worth the money. Let's dive right into it. I've had this for about 2 to 3 months now, and I was one of the lucky few to get sent this by Foreo when it first came out in Singapore. This is not a sponsored video. They have not paid me a single cent to even review it. They just sent it to me and said try it. I decided to talk about this because you guys asked me to and you guys want my review, so here it is. Basically, for those of you who don't know, the Foreo Bear is the latest Foreo device, and I'm gonna pull out what it says on Sephora. What it is: a toning device to take your facial fitness to a whole new level. I like how they use the term facial fitness, but to be honest, it's not really like a workout. What it does is it just helps to lift your skin. It helps to tone your skin. I would say it's more of like microcurrents. It's mostly skin rather than muscles, if you get what I mean. That's why I don't know if the term like fitness is the most appropriate. It combines superior microcurrent and T-sonic pulsations, tightens and firms your skin for a youthful contoured complexion. Microcurrent facial toning direct electrical currents onto the skin for fit, younger looking skin. I can definitely attest to this. After using it for about 2 months now, I really do feel like this is a device that seriously helps to lift and tone and firm the skin. So now we know this is a facial toning device. It uses microcurrents. It also has T-sonic pulsations, an anti-shock system that provides you with safety when you use something like this because it is electric current, and it's also compatible with the Foreo app as with all of their newer Foreo devices like the UFO smart masking device as well as the Luna 3. Now let's jump right into the demonstration. You can use it with your smartphone, but to be honest, being a Foreo user myself for like the past don't know how many years, I know that having the app is a plus point for many, but honestly, once you are very used to just using it all the time, you already know how to work it manually, so you don't always need the app. I would say use the app when you're still new to your brand, first few tries, you know, just familiarize yourself with it. It comes with just 2 balls like this. It's very light. The whole thing is silicone. It's very easy to clean. There's only one charging point over here, so this is the only opening, and there's only one button, so it makes it really beginner friendly. Don't spoil this button. If this is spoiled, then you can't work the entire device anymore lah. So once you turn it on, you can see there are 3 dots. So there are 5 different intensities which you guys can choose. Because my skin is already used to it, I'm usually at level 2 or level 3. But if you're using it for the first time, I would say just to make sure that you don't get a shock, I would say start with level 1 until you are used to it. It just instantly like turns on and you feel it like vibrating. Can you guys hear? So it's recommended to pair it with the Foreo Serum, which is what I have been doing anyways. If you ask me whether or not you can use this with other serums, I would think you can, but just to be safe, try not to use oils or creams with it. Use water-based serums because it, after all, still uses the T-sonic pulsations. Kind of just be pairing it with water-based serums so that it doesn't clog your pores. So just one button and it's on, and what you do is you just go slow and you pull it from the center of your face all the way to the sides of your face, and you will feel electric currents. When I first used it, it was a little bit painful, not very comfortable. Like I said, you do need some getting used to. So the thing about the app is it really tells you exactly when to move off, but if you're doing it manually, then you gotta just kind of use your aggravation. So this part, like, I don't know what it is, but I'm extremely sensitive on my forehead. So every time I do this, I literally feel the electric current like shoot right to the back of my head. So I'm just gonna do one side, and of course not forgetting your neck. For my neck, I'm just going like upwards like this. And also you want to tone this area, which gets rid of your double chin. Okay, so it just beeped. I think it's 90 seconds. I do see a difference between my face. So this side is a lot more lifted up compared to this side now. Especially like around here. And of course over here, like my cheekbones are a little bit more pronounced compared to this side. Now I'm gonna go in with the other side of the face as well as my neck. So I'm just applying the serum again. Alright, so now I'm finally done with both sides. I do feel like my skin is lifted up. It also is a lot more V-shaped now, and over time, after using it for 2 to 3 months, I did see my necklines reduce a little bit. For me, I've had my necklines since I was a little girl because of my eczema. Compared to using products and wrinkle products, anti-aging products for many years, I feel like using a device like this gives me more results, and I see results faster as well. So who I recommend this Foreo Bear to? Number one, it's really expensive. It is $436 on Sephora. Definitely it's something that you need to have a budget for. I would recommend it to people who have higher purchasing power, mid-20s and below. You probably don't need a device like this because your skin is probably still firm and elastic and you don't really need that much lifting, and products can probably do the trick for you. But if you're in your late 20s, you're in your 30s or even older, then I feel like you will definitely benefit from a product like this because it gives you additional boost on top of all of the products that you are using. I do recommend it, but I don't think it's for everyone. Another thing is if you have very sensitive skin. So if you have a lot of broken wounds on your skin, a compromised skin barrier, if you have sensitive, acne prone or eczema skin, I feel like this might be a little bit uncomfortable for you to use, because I realize that whenever I do have an active breakout, an area on my face that is extremely irritated, whenever I glide this over, it is a little bit more painful and it's very uncomfortable. So overall, I feel like it's extremely brilliant for Foreo to come up with a device like this. It's really small and handy, and to be honest, it's a really smart design. This is the Foreo Bear, and I do know that they do have a Foreo Bear Mini. So the Foreo Bear Mini is almost half price. It's retailing at $299. It also has the T-sonic pulsations. It also has microcurrent, anti-shock, also using the app. So I found out that the Foreo Bear Mini is pretty much the exact same thing as the Foreo Bear, except that it's smaller, targets and is built specifically for the more like specific areas like your eyes, your eyebrows and your mouth. I personally have never tried the Foreo Bear Mini and I really don't know how much smaller it is. This is the perfect size for your entire face, I would say, but for the price difference, maybe the Foreo Bear Mini would be a good option if it's not too small that you have to go like a lot of times. Can't really give you guys a full review on that because I've never personally tried it or even seen it or held it before. So yep, I'm very sorry if you guys are wondering between the difference, but do know that once it's available for you guys to head down to Sephora to go and check it out, I think you should before purchasing it. That is it for my review. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!